I'm Urza47, and this is episode number 2 of Urza Goes Faster Than Light. In our last episode, we went through Sector 1, and we're now at Sector 2, which is another civilian sector. We did unfortunately lose Madeline to coronavirus before we entered this sector, but we did pick up an NG, which we're going to name Blue Torch. And he's going to be flying the ship as our Mantis crew members will be standing by in the transporter room. Let's take a look at the map. Oh, there's a store right at hand. And there's also a nebula here. Part of me wants to go to the store because we still don't have a weapon, and that's... in our last episode, we had a number of encounters we weren't able to win because we don't have any weapons. So as tempting as that nebula is, in terms of giving us additional jumps, I really think we want to go here and then like double back and hit the store once we pick up another piece of scrap or two. Because it occurs to me that in addition to buying whatever the weapon is, we only have 1 pip of capacity on our weapon systems. And it's going to be 40 scrap, yikes, to get that second pip. So really, to get a decent weapon, we're looking at like 130, 140, and we only have 111. So we're going to want to try to collect some before we get to the store so that we can buy both the weapon and the capacity to actually use it. So let's move on to this sector here because it does give us access to the store afterwards. As you jump into the system, a pirate advances on your position. They are refusing all hails. Prepare for a fight. Okay, so immediately he fired some kind of drone. Oh, it's a hacking drone. Is it worth waiting to see where the drone lands before departing? Before leaving in our transporter? As far as weapons, he has an ion repeater gun thing, as well as a laser. Depending on how fast that ion cannon shoots, we might be vulnerable here. So let's go ahead and beam aboard immediately, and we'll target their hacking system initially. Actually, no, we'll go for the weapons first. But we might transition to the hacking system depending on where we land. And actually, they hit the bridge. So they've reduced our evasion to 0. And our boarding parties are engaging in combat. He's going to try to queue up for a full alpha strike. We need to bring these weapons offline before they can do that. Oh, brilliant. So we got a fuel, 2 missiles, and 24 scrap. Go ahead and beam ourselves back. And head to sickbay. So 135 is pretty good, but I think we can do better. So we can hit the store, then continue along this southernmost approach, and still have the ability to hit this nebula on the way to the exit. So I think that's what we're going to do here. And hope you don't find a automated drone. We did not. That's good. Oh, that's bad. Okay, this might be an occasion to use a boarding drone as well. But first, let's beam aboard. Oh, and he has a missile too. Yikes. We have 19 drone parts. Actually, let's use a defense drone to defend ourselves against the missiles that he's going to fire at us. Oh my god, he has autopilot. They're still charging, even though we're engaging in the cockpit. Let's disengage and go to the engine room. Okay, so we're avoiding damage thanks to our defense drone. We need to keep an eye on this. It will warn us when the jump is imminent, so that we can beam back before, you know, they... Okay, great. It's been delayed, presumably because the captain is leaving his station. Oh, and we just took a hit. The shield generator's been damaged. That's not good at all. We need to get over there and fix it post-haste. Okay. Very good. 3 fuel, 1 drone part, and 26 scrap. Excellent. We didn't get hit by that. And let's beam back. Marshmallow, you are persistent, aren't you? Oh, goodness, sorry about that. Marshmallow, why do you keep interrupting my streaming? Okay. No, the ship didn't blow up as a result of that, so that's always a good thing. You can go back to flying the ship. You can go back to the transporter room. Let's do some studio-related repairs thanks to that. Okay, let's turn this off. Right-click to turn it off. There we go. And let us proceed onward to the store this time, because the Rebel fleet is hot on our trail. So what do we got here? More drones and no weapons. That's annoying. But one of them is a combat drone, which is actually really good. I kind of want to buy the combat drone. Because this will give us some leeway. And we'll want to buy some repairs also. What systems might we want? Cloaking's really good, but we can't afford it if we're also buying the excuse me, if we're also buying the attack drone. Reconstructive teleport. Crew gets fully healed by teleportation. That's really cool. That's also pretty cool if you have a cloak. FTL jammer, that's useful. I'm not sure it's worth buying, though. What might we sell? Probably nothing. We don't have anything worth selling. So the problem with the combat drone is that we only have room for 2 drone systems here. So we can buy a third, and we would just have to store the third one in our cargo. We wouldn't be able to use it. So that's an interesting dilemma, which 2 I would want to use if I were to buy it. Hacking is pretty cool. It also uses drone parts, of which we have a fair few, and we could even buy some more. Yeah, hacking's really good if you can hit their medbay or something. Mind control's pretty good too. That's 5 scrap cheaper. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's buy, first of all, the combat drone. And we'll buy the mind control. Oh, that's our ship's final system slot. Oh, we need to consider this, because if we buy that, we won't be able to buy cloaking, which I actually really want later. I'm a huge fan of cloaking devices, because you can time it out to avoid a whole salvo and then delay the next salvo as well. Unfortunately, we don't have enough scrap for it now. So I guess the question is, do we buy the mind control, or do we not buy the mind control and wait and hopefully try to get cloaking later? There's no guarantee cloaking will even be available later, which is the issue. I say we go ahead and get mind control now, and we have to plan on devising a different defensive strategy, probably one based on engines, although more shield pips is good too. I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and get the mind control. And let's see if there's any... We might want to save the scrap for weapons. Oh, we do have a weapon, which makes this a bit less urgent. Okay, let's take out the boarding drone and we'll have a defense drone and a combat drone. Although we don't have the capacity to use both of them. If we wanted to use both of them, it would cost us 30 scrap to buy that 4th pip of capacity. And actually, level 1 mind control 1 person. So if we want to upgrade the mind control, that's also 30. It boosts their health and damage, and for 60 you can boost it further. Okay, we might want to spend the 25 scrap for the sensors so we know what we're doing with the mind control. Yeah, there's so much stuff we want to buy, not enough scrap. It's a common problem in this game. Let's go ahead and buy the sensor upgrade. Because we have just enough energy to use all this stuff, plus one of these 2 drones. Oh, I didn't buy repairs while I was there. Oh well. I can sell some missiles for scrap. That seems like a pretty good deal because I don't have anything that uses missiles right now. It does mean that's one less useful weapon we can find, because I really would have been happy to see a missile launcher at that store, but not so much now. Once you arrive, your screen lights up with warnings. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools, and they've tried to shut down your engines. Your crew manages to keep them barely operational, and you move into attack. Okay, this is a problematic weapon arrangement, because if this takes our shields out, this will deal terrible damage to us. So let's beam into the weapon room. And we'll mind control somebody as well. He's going to come and try and stop us from destroying the weapons. It's all well and good. 3 fuel and 20 scrap. Alright. Beam him back. Wait for Terrant to get his healing and go back into sick bay. Upon completing your jump, you receive a message from a nearby ship. Greetings and welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we'll let you continue on our way. So we can pay 19 scrap or reject their offer. That is a threatening arrangement of weapons, because a flak cannon is terrible against shields. Well, terrible for me. It's really good against shields. And that plasma gun, again, will deal 2 points of damage per hit against hull. So I'm really not inclined to pay their toll, so we're going to reject the offer and then try to take out their weapons as quickly as possible. Now, he has Mantis crew members, which is irritating. So let's go ahead and beam aboard straight away. And we'll mind control the other Mantis as well. I can't actually select this guy and control him, unfortunately. And this rock guy has a lot of hit points. And more Mantis action. And so, Terrant, you're not doing so well. Oh, the transporters aren't ready. So we need to do some evasion. Oh, we can't use evasion. Because they have reinforced doors. Alright, beam them back immediately. Okay. Oh! Oh, it's 75%. Get those shields back up. Okay, we need to beam aboard again, and the mind control is almost up. This will cause a little bit more chaos. Alright, go back in the transporter room. Beam back aboard. Now that their ship has been emptied of hostiles, you search it. Eventually, you find a prisoner who offers to join your crew. Welcome aboard, Scoops. Ooh, ow, ooh, ah. Okay, that didn't actually hurt us. Very good. Beam back aboard, go to sick bay. And Scoops, who's next on our little list here? So we found ourselves DB Murph. So I guess you can man the shields, and you need to go fix the drone system. That took some damage. Or actually, do I want you to join the away team? It's an interesting thought. Actually, we'll have you in the transporter room for now, but we can pull you off and put you in the shield room if needs be. Save everyone's positions. And let's jump into the nebula. Ooh, that's actually going to be slightly problematic because we're not going to have our upgraded camera system in there. Oh well. A pirate ship arrives shortly after you. Judging from the fact that it is attempting to avoid your ship, you assume that it's a smuggler trying to stay away from beacons. We'll attack the pirate. And he's got some kind of ion cannon as well as a beam. Slightly worrisome. Let's beam aboard. There's no point in manning the shields because the ions are just going to ionize them. Mind control that mantis. Uh-oh, we're not going to win this exchange. Oh no, I'm sorry. They're both attacking the weapon systems. Excellent. Yeah, keep doing that. Okay, that's going to wear off, and then they're going to start attacking the mantis. The ship refuses to fight, but you still detect life signatures. Apparently, this was a prisoner transport. The single survivor offers to join your crew in exchange for their freedom. Alright, we got another NG as well. Welcome aboard. So, you're going to be turn 73. Let's beam ourselves back before we forget about you all. So I guess you can man the shields then. How are we doing skill? Well, let's go to sickbay. How are we doing skill-wise? Terran is maxed out as physical combat. Contig is on his way to doing that. Blue Torch has some piloting and repair skills, and these two people have not been long enough to do much. Okay, let's jump to the next nebula. And this gives us visibility to one more sector. Hopefully we'll be able to find a store, because I still really want to get that new weapon system. It appears that an automated rebel scout was positioned within the nebula to warn of your passing. It starts to power up its FTL drive. If it gets away, it'll no doubt warn the fleet of your position. Okay, this is not great. So what we're going to do is we're going to have somebody man the engines, and you two are going to man different things, I guess. We need to deploy a combat drone. And hopefully this drone will disable the FTL before it can get away. And hitting that cockpit... Ah, excellent. You've knocked it out completely. The ship breaks apart, and you feel relief in the knowledge that you will hopefully still be one step ahead of the fleet. And we find a fuel, a drone part, and 11 scrap. Okay, everyone back to your regular stations. Unfortunately, we're out of nebula. So if we go here, that allows us to go up here and around before we get to the exit. The rebel ship hails. We did not fight a war to let a single Federation ship shatter our dreams of a better galaxy. Yeah, right. Okay, sure. What is this? An enemy anti-combat drone. Shoots to stun and possibly destroy your combat drones. Okay. Oh, and he has like a security bot as well. That is worrisome. So actually, let's start by activating the mind control. And he has no weapons that can hurt us, so I'm okay with this, with being cute about this. Alright, so you can be a distraction here. Great, distraction started. Beam aboard the boarding party. Take that drone system offline. That anti-personnel drone is still running. Okay. We need to destroy that anti-personnel drone. I think we're going to win this combat. Contig is really good at... He's pretty good, not really good. But we will be prepared to beam him back if necessary. Okay, that fight is over. Contig, come back and spend some time in sickbay. You guys can keep fighting over the... Oh, yikes. You get out of there. We gotta play some Ring Around the Rosie. While we wait for the transporter to come back. Gotta be very careful with our micro here. Actually, you come down this way. Yeah, do that. Intercept him there. Excellent. With the crew dead, you're able to take the fuel out of storage. You also take all the scrap you can manage. 4 units of fuel plus 29 pieces of scrap. Outstanding. Alright, let's beam ourselves back. And you all need to spend some time in sickbay as well. In DB's case, quite a lot of time in sickbay. Now, were we able to find another store that we can hit on the way out? Not yet. No life signs detected within scanning range. How very disappointing. Oh, there's a store. Or we could hit the distress beacon first. Okay, we need to do some measuring here. I don't know if we're going to have time to hit the distress and the store and the exit. Let's hit the store first, because it's a little bit closer. Some crew we can hire, which is actually pretty helpful. We can have a 4th person to join our away teams. We don't need more drones. Finally, a store that sells weapons. A Mark II laser charger. This laser weapon can charge multiple times, giving it additional projectiles. So when you charge it up, all the way, it fires 4 times, which is pretty good. And the only system I can buy is the backup battery. There's also a heavy ion, but this can disable systems without causing hull damage. But unfortunately, hull damage is actually what we're looking for. So we're probably going to buy the charge beam here. So we'll buy that. We need to have scrap to charge our, to upgrade our weapons to be able to accommodate this. We're definitely going to want to buy some crew. Perhaps a Rockman is a good idea. Movement speed is halved, but we do have the pheromones to offset that somewhat. Oh, humans improve skills slightly faster. Very cool. Alright, let's buy you, and we'll fix as much of the hull as we can, which is not quite all of it. And you can join our away team very slowly. There you go. And we need to give you a name as well. Oops, that's the wrong button. Royal App, because there's not a whole lot of room here for names, unfortunately. So let's jump to... are we going to be able to get the distress and that? I don't know. Let's see here. Oh, it's dicey. Very dicey. I think we're going to be able to make it, but let's risk it. The distress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. Their satellite defense system has gone haywire, and the repair crew can't approach without being fired on. They're looking for help to fix or disable it. Alright, we'll promise to help. You consider your options. We can use our NG crew. Blue Torch, in turn, can remotely repair its targeting system. They're able to remotely fix the glitch in the defense AI, allowing the repair crew to close in and finish the job. The station gives you its thanks along with a reward. Very nice. Not quite enough to buy another pip of energy for our charge laser, unfortunately. What's the charge time on this? Doesn't say. Maybe it says it in here. 5 seconds. So it takes... for 4 shots, it takes 20 seconds in order to charge completely. Okay. And we are able to get to the exit without being caught by the fleet, which is very, very good. Yeah, the reason why this is really important to get these weapons is that you can't beat the boss at the end of the game just with boarding parties, as I found out in an earlier series I did of this. Because if you do that, the boss will just go on AI control, and it'll basically turn into a drone. And if I don't have weapons, obviously I'm not going to be able to blow it up at that point. A ship refueling station here is stationed at the beacon. We can purchase fuel here. So it's 2 scrap each. I think that's cheaper than the usual price. So we'll go ahead and buy 6 fuel for 12. Next sector. So we can go to either an abandoned sector or a pirate-controlled sector. So the pirate-controlled sector is going to give us more ship-to-ship combat, I imagine. Who knows what we'll find in the abandoned sector. The abandoned sector also lets us hit these unidentified civilian sectors. It's not clear which is the better play here. I guess we'll go with the pirate sector. Well, thank you all for watching, and join me next time for episode 3, in which we fly through this pirate sector and see how much more scrap and cool, useful items we're able to collect along the way. I'll see you then. So long.